special segment की जी हाँ, International Committee for Peace and Reconciliation is a non-profit NGO accredited by the Economic and Social Council of the United Nations. Recently, TV Asia hosted a session with the founder Sudhanshu Karmarkar and co-chair Ram Chelluri to know more about the organization, modern-day slavery and much more. Catch the excerpts.
Dr. Ram Chelluri talk on the theme of modern-day slavery, present the current worldwide epidemic of slavery and forcefully appeals for the abolition of this inhuman practices. Much more insights were drawn during the special conversation hosted by TV Asia with the founder of International Committee for Peace and Reconciliation, Dr. Sudhanshu Karmarkar, and co-chair Dr. Ram Chelluri.
Dr. Karmakar, starting off with that, what was the aim behind starting this nonprofit?
As the name suggests, peace and reconciliation. Our objective is to find peace between different communities, different individuals, different nations. Unless there is individual peace, there cannot be peace between two nations. And in order to get peace, there should be justice, because peace without justice will not last.
There was an important concept that was addressed by you at the United Nations, and you came up with this term, which is called modern-day slavery. So just going off of what that means to you, how have you incorporated that into the NGO right now, and what are the things that you're working on through that concept?
Now, modern slavery means really, it is not that these people are identified as slaves, but they are basically slaves. So it's kind of a terminology in the sense that 100 years ago,
right,
slavery was kind of an accepted fact. Today, nobody talks about slavery per se, but it exists. So that's why we came up with this idea of modern slavery, meaning they know that they're slaves.
Right.
The boss knows that they are slaves, but they're really not meant to be slaves.
So what was the aim behind that UN address? What is that you wanted to sort of approach the United Nations for doing that?
Unfortunately, it happens that in India, it's one of the largest countries with the largest number of modern slavery being practiced,
right,
although it's not sanctioned by the government. Now, the idea here, though, is to identify who they are, how can we help them, both financially and, most importantly, make sure that they're not in the slave condition for too long.
You know, you are trying to work with the support of the United Nations and get there and actually help. How do you both want to contribute to that whole effort as an organization?
Right. The thing that we wanted to do, though, is most people who are in these refugee camps, they really want to move to different countries, whether it's the United States or some other country, and better themselves both economically, education-wise, family-wise. Now, for that to happen, the host countries have to have a program where either a wholesale immigration, or families invite them in their community.
It was an encouraging and interactive discussion, and many insights about the organization, its vision and goals were shared.
Well,